There's just one more video before we start our journey west, and in today's video, we hit some very frustrating electrical and even more frustrating plumbing issues. We're going to get through them though. Let's change out these awful lights. I got an 8-pack of these lights on Amazon for like 60 bucks. I'm completely fine if they are temporary and I replace them later. They're plastic. They feel plastic. But these lights up here are 120 and 12 volts. I think with LEDs, we really don't need the 120. Panels slide off. Looks interesting. It's interesting that is actually an LED light bulb in there. So, interesting. There's 3 different light bulbs. That horrible bulb, an LED bulb, which has been changed. I need to figure out what we even have here. So we know this light bulb's on. Alright, so that's going to be so confused. There's another bulb. Alright, what the hell? There's a lot of lights coming into here. Alright, this has to be the DC power. So I'm going to cut it. And we're going to get DC power. Where are we? Yep. We're going to put a cap on these 120 lines. Let's just prove this out. Yellow is positive. All right. I will bring my heat gun. That seems smart, right? Okay, the red wire is positive. All right, so red is going to go to yellow up here. Okay. So that's without the 120 light on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 wires coming in. 1, 2, 3, 4 light bulbs. All right, I think I had the camera in the wrong angle for part of this, but pretty awesome. Very bright. Oh, let's check it out.
Yeah, turn her on.
There it is. We're leaving that on. All right, you guys ought to get a better shot of this light this way. So this room is super dark with this light on. So this may be our best example of an improvement. I mean, look at this. Why is all this necessary?
Do you need to turn off the breaker?
No, ma'am, I do not. All right, there's our DC. We're going to do the same thing we did before, which is we're going to very individually and carefully cut the AC. And we are not so carefully going to cut the DC. We'll cap the AC. Always. We have positive 12, which means our black is positive. Anchor Marine grade heat shrink. When we're in the house, the crimp is enough. But when we're on the boat, we actually want to heat. So in the case of Anchor, that is now a sealed line. Water cannot intrude. Two down.
Oh my gosh, that's so much better.
It's got 3 color temperatures. Bright white, warm, and warmer. 8 new LED lights installed. And at the moment, the only light on in this whole boat is DC light. Each one is dimmable, and about half the ones I took down were like almost so hot to the touch I couldn't touch them. We're definitely drawing less power. All right, when we talk about critical items only, a Magna grill is necessary. Special thanks to my pops, who you saw in the last video. This was his boat gift, and he'll be on to experience it shortly. So let's get some of this stuff open. So we got the rail mounts. This is a Catalina 2, not the infrared. So 2 rail mounts. So if you haven't realized yet, I don't really like to spend money on things that aren't worth it. And had a long debate with the guys at Boat Owners Warehouse, and they convinced me that a Magna grill is absolutely worth it. Not only in the short term, but definitely in the long term. We will pass these instructions to Lori because they otherwise would be read. I'm just going to assume we should cut this zip tie. This obviously looks like our mounting blade for the rail mounts. So these are going to go on like this. We're missing a socket. Please don't be the one we need. Nope, it's not. We do not need the sleeve adapter. The last lady's going to have to tell us where she wants this. Does she want it? Closer over here. Grab it. Should never swing more than, well, it might. I think over here.
I think over there you should put it on this side.
I would put it where there's already an obstacle.
Okay. Alright, there we go.
Okay, now let's slide it up. Seems pretty level to me. Happy? Looky. All stainless, like everything. I kind of get it. Feel like we need to go to the store and get something to cook. All right, we'll be able to eat like men. Let's pick an easy one, go back and forth. Let's look at why this master breaker might be tripping. I'm frankly hoping it's a bad breaker because I can deal with it all at the panel. Let's pull the panel back, see if we can figure out why this isn't working. Alright, so essentially every time we flip the master and aft stateroom outlets, it trips. It is the second breaker here. So it's getting its power right here, where there's a lot of stuff in here that's been clipped off. So this is it. It's got a common bus bar on it. So I'm going to pull. So if I touch this, that's what I thought. We just killed our power. Probably shouldn't have done that, but I'm glad you guys got to see it. All right, we're gonna go flip the power back on. All right, power's back on. Let's grab our meter and let's see if we're getting grounding bar somewhere. Right down here. And so we should be getting 120 and nothing. So if we turn this on, I think the breaker's fine. I think the circuit is not. So my thought is I'm gonna have to trace this out and see if there's a short somewhere. I could rerun it. You know, everything by doing LEDs, etc., we're gonna lower the power requirements. I might pick it up from somewhere else. Let's see. Aft outlets. Let's put some tape on that. Very temporary, just don't want it to touch anything. We're gonna go look in the aft stateroom. All right, I'm kind of wondering if it could be these two outlets on the side of the master bed. The reason why is I originally tripped this. Plugged in the lamp, came on, and it tripped. So it makes me think it could be one of these two. So these are, we know these are powered down. That one looks pretty good. I don't see anything that's a problem with that one either. So that's going to go into the bed. So I'm just looking for any evidence of, you know, shorts or smoke smell or burning. I mean, that stuff looks like it's done pretty well. We're gonna have to keep looking on that one. All right, I think we're gonna slowly try to solve this master breaker by chasing wires. I think somewhere we're gonna see a break or a short, but as I get into compartments, I think we'll look at that. Let's work on putting the VIP shower back together. I am doing lazy jobs at the moment. These should be easy. Should be, you know. All right, so somebody took this down to get to the helm. All right, I really have not spent any time in here, but essentially, this is how you get to the back of the helm. Got a loose wire in there. We're gonna see what that is. Get the ceiling back up. So there are two panels. Where might this loose wire go? So these are all daisy chained together. Everything appears to have a connection. So red ought to be a power wire. I don't see anything missing. I'm gonna shove that up in there where we can get to it from the other side. I am quite certain there will be a time where we're taking this back down. So it looks like we just need to hold this back up. There are two of them. I'm assuming this guy goes right here. One panel up. Panel up. All right, we need a light bulb. That outlet is entirely broken, so we need a light, not a light bulb. Okay, we're taking down this light. I don't want one of my crewmates to get a little low voltage surprise. We'll replace that light. That is a Perco. Let's see if we got water in here. Ooh. We do with a leak on apparently everything. Cold. Make sure we're getting hot water. We're getting hot water at the sink. And we're getting hot water in the shower. That works, and it needs super clean. We're done for now on that. VIP shower is done for now, barring a couple of new things, but it showers and it's hot. The Admiral is going to make me clean the hell out of it though. Let's see if we can get this shower working. There's definitely some junk in there. This one. So the water is definitely not flowing enough. That goes to the toilet, so it's not coming from this direction. It's got to be in the engine room. All right, I was poking around the engine room last night when I should have been asleep, and I found this Titan electronic box, which I've determined is an instant hot water heater, and I've determined it goes to the master shower, and I found it because there's a leak you can see right there. So we're going to tighten that up. Look what came out of the faucet. We are getting cold and hot. I'll be honest, I don't know that we need that thing. Yeah, that's gross. It is not draining. I'm pretty sure it should drain into that sump like this does. Probably a clogged drain from construction or something. I'm gonna pour some red wine down in it. Oh, it didn't drain. See if that drains a little bit. And then if it doesn't, we'll plunge it. All right, before you ask, my hatch does fit. But it looks like somebody cut these floor tiles with like a butter knife right here. So I'm gonna cut them back a little bit. Another reason I love Amazon, just anything you need. So I got these holes. That, put the spring on. It's down, may not be perfect. All right, we're gonna try to plunge that. See if I can see where that drain is. You're not gonna believe this. I don't think that drain is hooked up to anything. I don't think there's a drain hose underneath that. I think when I pull this, if I can pull this up, that we are going to have nothing underneath it. Fucking ridiculous. They never hooked up the drain pipe. God, you've got to be kidding me. Oh look, here's a strainer. Alright, so the shower drain is connected to nothing. Just a hole in the boat. We're gonna have to get it connected to the sump. We'll be right there. Which is fine, but you're fucking kidding me. That is just a hole. Alright, that's a job for another day. We're gonna try to drill and fish this line for Starlink. So basically I have to fit an RJ45 connector through here. Pilot hole. All right, let's see if that'll do it. Really don't like having to drill a hole this big. All right, so we can get it through. So I've tried all kinds of wire snakes in my time. I definitely prefer fiberglass rod. We're going to try to go down the starboard side of the arch. Okay, say we're getting there. Just tell me if you see any green down there. Nothing yet. We got to go through a hole. So I think we're gonna try to go up a hole and come to this access port, and then come down to the access port and tie into the cable. Look at that hole, people. Who does that? Back in the hole. Okay, it's gotta be there by now. Put your shoulder. Tell me what you want me to do. Ideally, you would lift me, but I'm not sure you can.
I'm not laughing, it's just...
So there's just one more video, and we start heading west for our 3-day journey. Stay tuned.